First up tonight, right now, is 6. All eyes on a possible trade war between the U.S. and some allies and what the impact could be on you. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Mark Sinney.
And I'm Erin Connolly. New tonight, tariffs against both Mexico and Canada are being postponed about a month. But here's what President Donald Trump proposes: a 25% tariff on imports from those countries, as well as a 10% tariff on imports from China. The Trump administration claims they will address threats posed by migrants and drugs. Here at home, there is concern the tariffs will impact your favorite restaurant or bar, and therefore your wallet.
Yeah, for sure. A potential trickle down from foreign companies right to you, the customer. Your reporter Dylan Fearon spent the day looking into all of this. He's joining us live right now from West Hartford tonight with a closer look. Dylan?
Well, Mark, Aaron, it's 6 o'clock. That means dinner time here in West Hartford Center for some people, happy hour for others. But it is possible, if those tariffs go into effect in 30 days, that your favorite dish or drink could be more expensive. If the tariffs take effect, it could cost more to raise a glass of tequila from Mexico or whiskey from Canada. It's not just alcohol, though. Even ordering avocado toast or dishes with fruits and vegetables. Plenty of our food comes from these countries. A potential troubling trickle-down effect. No one wants to be stuck with extra costs, but it may end up being us.
People are going to say, you know, let's spend our money elsewhere.
Scott Miller is COO of Doro Restaurant Group, which owns several successful eateries in and around West Hartford. He tells us there's plenty of produce coming from outside the U.S. that people may not realize end up at restaurants and then on your plate. Potatoes, cherries, lettuce coming from Canada. So if the 25% import tax trickles down to restaurants, the extra cost adds up.
They could go into a grocery store and see, you know, a banana has gone up 50 cents per pound. But when they go into a restaurant and see, you know, their favorite pasta dish is now $3 more, it's hard for them to understand.
Farms in Mexico supply produce to your favorite restaurant, too. Scott Dolch is president of the Connecticut Restaurant Association, trying to figure out if restaurateurs need to think about altering their menus or looking at where they're purchasing products from.
People can say, hey, it's tequila, it's avocados, but there's a litany of things that can come from these countries that, you know, and also when you think about China, you think about equipment, you think about ordering, you know, maybe a new restaurant build out, a new stove or things like that. So really trying to understand the impacts that it can have.
Wholesalers may be the first to feel the extra cost trickling down. Companies from Mexico, Canada, and China will start raising prices or will stop sending some of the products over. Larry Cafaro is executive director of the Wine and Spirits Wholesalers of Connecticut.
You probably wouldn't see an immediate effect. Many of the wholesalers here have a month or two worth of reserves, if you will, that were purchased prior to any tariff taking effect.
But as Mark and Aaron said earlier, those tariffs against Mexico and Canada have been pushed for 30 days. Mark and Aaron, that's very good news, but certainly something to keep an eye on over the next month. I'm your reporter live in West Hartford, Dylan Fearon, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
All right, Dylan, thank you.